Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. We will continue our discussion about compilation of hadith in second Islamic century or period from 101 AH till 200 AH. As I mentioned earlier that Muhammad ibn Shahab az-Zuhri was one of the prominent hadith scholar of that time, and he was also a very prominent jurist of that age, and he compiled ahadith by the order of Caliph Umar bin Abdul Aziz. Imam Zuhri acquired knowledge from great people amongst the companions of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, including Abdullah ibn Umar raziyallahu ta'ala anhu, Anas ibn Malik raziyallahu ta'ala anhu, and Sahal ibn Sa'd raziyallahu ta'ala anhu. And he was also a student of Tabain, prominent Tabain, including Sayyid ibn Musayyab and Mahmud ibn Rabi'a. And Imam Zuhri, he was famous for his study circle in Medina, and he was praised by Umar bin Abdul Aziz. When he became Khalifa, Umar bin Abdul Aziz, when he became Khalifa, he ordered prominent muhaddithin to commit their ahadith to writing as a part of his vision to codify the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Imam Zuhri was given a task to compile manuscripts of ahadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam into a book form. When he completed this work, so copies of this work was sent to cities throughout the Islamic Khilafah. Imam Zuhri, he had a team of scholars who collected ahadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Imam Zuhri finalized them in his collection after checking the authenticity of these ahadith. And then he mentioned that he moved in between Hijaz and Syria for 45 years in search of ahadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. During this process of compilation, using the ahadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that were transmitted to him, Imam Zuhri compiled a Maghazi form of book, or fragments of this compilation can be found in writings of his students, including Ibn Ishaq and Ma'mar ibn Rashid. So Imam Zuhri became the first compiler of hadith to record the biographies of the narrators with particular reference to their character and honesty. So in this way, Imam Zuhri, he was the first one to check the authenticity of hadith and authenticity of the narrators, those who were in that chain of narrators. In this period, the systematic compilation of hadith was begun on a fairly wide scale. Imam Zuhri had many students. The most famous among them were Imam al-Awza'i, who died in 167 Hijri, Imam Malik, who died in 179 Hijri, and Sufyan ibn Uyayna, who died in 168 Hijri. Another important personality of this second stage of compilation was Abu Bakr ibn Hazm, who died in 120 after Hijri or 738 CE. He was a hadith scholar or muhaddis, also a judge or qazi, and he was also the governor or wali of Medina during the Umayyad Caliphate. When Umar bin Abdul Aziz became caliph, he wrote a letter to Abu Bakr ibn al-Hazm. He ordered him, whatever sayings of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam can be found, write them down, for I fear the loss of knowledge and disappearance of learned men, and do not accept anything but the hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and people should make knowledge public. Umar bin Abdul Aziz also gave instructions to Abu Bakr Muhammad ibn Amr ibn Hazm to write all ahadith which Umrah bint Abdul Rahman and Qasim ibn Muhammad had. Umrah was from the main students of Hazrat Aisha raziyallahu ta'ala anha, and Qasim ibn Muhammad was Hazrat Aisha's brother's son. So Hazrat Aisha raziyallahu ta'ala anha looked after and educated him. When Umar bin Abdul Aziz commanded all the responsible people within the Islamic State to gather ahadith. It resulted in different books. When they reached to the capital, copies of these books were sent to every corner of the Muslim land. When Imam Zuhri started collecting ahadith, other scholars of his time also joined him. The major one from amongst them included Abdul Malik ibn Juraj, who died in 150 after Hijri. He was from Makkah and he compiled Jami ibn Juraj. Ibn Juraj's collection of ahadith reportedly titled Kitab as-Sunan is credited with pioneering the standard structure of fiqh work. Ibn Juraj की ahadith की किताब किताब उस-सुनन के नाम से मशहूर है, जिसे फ़िक़्ह के इब्तदाई कामों में शुमार किया जाता है और मुसन्नफ़ तर्ज़ की किताबों में इब्तदाई किताब शुमार किया जाता है. Ibn Juraj's student Abdul Razzaq ibn Hammam claimed that he was the first to arrange ahadith in subject order, divided them into chapters named books. उन्होंने अपनी किताब के चैप्टर्स को किताब या बुक के नाम से मौसूम किया. Ibn Nadim, who was familiar with the work, stated it was similar in form to later works of Sunan, containing, for example, a chapter, kitab, on Salat, followed by a chapter on Zakat. इमाम औज़ाई इस दौर की एक और मशहूर शख्सियत हैं. आप एक बड़े मशहूर मुहद्दिस थे और आपका इंतकाल 157 आफ्टर हिजरी में हुआ शाम में. और ही कंपाइल्ड जामे इमाम अल-औज़ाई. ही वाज अ हदीस स्कॉलर एंड द फाउंडर ऑफ औज़ाई स्कूल ऑफ इस्लामिक जूरिस्प्रूडेंस. तो इमाम औज़ाई फ़क़ीह भी थे, जूरिस्ट भी थे और मुहद्दिस भी थे. But not much of his personal work has survived and can be found today, although many of his sayings can still be found from books of his students who later quoted his work. Imam Ozai's school was developed by his students such as Imam Malik and Sufyan ibn Uyayna. इन्होंने अपना स्कूल ऑफ थॉट इस्टेब्लिश करने से पहले इमाम औज़ाई के स्कूल ऑफ थॉट को फॉलो किया. And Imam al-Awzai's school of thought was practiced by people in Syria for around 220 years. Second stage of compilation या second Islamic century की एक और मशहूर शख्सियत मामर इब्न राशिद थे, जो 96 आफ्टर हिजरी में पैदा हुए और 153 हिजरी में इनका इंतकाल हुआ और ये शिहाब az-Zuhri के शागिर्द थे. Ma'mar ibn Rashid learned and transmitted a large body of ahadith from Imam Zuhri through audition, public recitation and writing, making his narrations covered by other hadith scholars. The most prominent of his students was Abdul Razzaq as-Sanani, whom he taught for the final 7 to 8 years of his life. Abdul Razzaq preserved Ma'mar's traditions in his own Musannaf. Also preserved is Abdul Razzaq's recension of Ma'mar's ahadith collection, Al-Jami.